constable would no doubt disapprove. Tabitha glanced over to Nat, heir to the western tract of this forest, since Sir John had acknowledged him as his only, though love-gotten, son. He turned around in his saddle and smiled at her, his tortoise-shell eyes warm with love. "You are too tired, sweetheart. We can turn back." After an hour astride her gentle mare, her backbone ached, yet she would not spoil the other's pleasure. Tabitha shook her head. When Nat had first studied the maps of the Bold Hall estate and remarked on a tree being honoured with a title, Tabitha had insisted on accompanying him. "It's the oldest tree in the forest," she insisted. "It's venerated, especially by womenfolk. I should like to call upon the tree spirit with you and ask for a safe childbirth." She had risen to join him at the map table, and he had wrapped her in his arms. She often wondered how such good fortune had fallen upon her of all women. In her hidden heart, she struggled to believe she deserved such contentment. Nat was sensitive to her needs. Now he seemed to sense her discomfort. "Wait here. I'll see how far ahead the oak tree is." He clicked his tongue and moved forward on his black stallion, Jupiter. She watched him disappear into a green glade, and then stretched her neck as a gentle wind showered gold and green flashes of light upon her. A short while later Nat returned, trailed by two small girls of 8 or 9 years old. They were as bright-eyed as hares, garbed in hand-me-down rags, their feet bare and filthy. "These children say we're not far from the oak," Nat called. "They'll lead us to it." Nat reined in Jupiter to wait for Tabitha, and then spoke quietly. "Odd children. They are full of a tale of a sleeping May-Queen lying beneath the oak." They both observed the two girls skipping ahead, thrashing the nettles with wands of wood. "A May doll, perhaps?" Tabitha asked. "Old customs are not forgotten by the foresters. Children parade a wooden effigy around the lanes and show it for pennies. Perhaps they then leave it at the oak." The Mondrem Oak at last came into view. "Great God! It's a giant," Nat said, halting at the edge of a circular clearing beside Janet and Tom. The tree stood entirely alone, the king of the forest, raising its branched arms as high as a house in all its springtime glory. "I hear that the trunk is near 50 foot in girth," Tom said. "Why, you could fit a dozen men inside it." He looked inside the narrow entrance in its hollow trunk that showed a dusky interior as large as a carriage. Nat was impressed. "They say it could be 1,200 years old. It was growing here when the Roman legions invaded Britain. Tacitus tells us the oak was the Druid's tree, and these groves were a place of worship and sacrifice." Tabitha coaxed her horse forward. She was admiring the decorations hanging from scores of branches, what the foresters called the bauming of the tree for Maytime. A rainbow of ribbons and bows made up most of it, but as she grew closer, she saw strange objects: a playing card, a child's bonnet, and offerings whittled from wood of a solitary leg, a dangling eye, and a carved baby. Only after Nat had helped her carefully